Video by Rev Says Desu. Hasan has finally reaped what he has sown. I have safety concerns. Well, I'm glad he knows how it feels like.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So all I can say to start this video off is, well.
Damn, you too, huh?
If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Hasan Piker is now backing out of TwitchCon for this year because he is afraid of safety. He has safety concerns for others.
I just want to be clear. I don't think anybody should be afraid for their beliefs in public. Obviously. And I think maybe if he maybe wasn't like a part of that, of like making everything way more crazy and making a lot more crazy stuff acceptable, like at least like to him and his viewers, then maybe we'd have less of it.
Now, I recently said
I've never advocated for any violence and any terrorism or anything like that, ever.
Said that I wish Hasan Piker would go to TwitchCon because if you're an ICE agent, you could simply follow this man around and find basically a honeypot of Antifa members, but he is not going. So after years and years of sharing violent rhetoric, this guy is now playing the victim, which is honestly just kind of expected from him, but he's playing the victim, claiming he cannot go to TwitchCon because of safety concerns, not just for himself, but for others. What a great guy who's looking out for the concerns of others after years of advocating for violence against those who have different political beliefs or just different opinions than him. Well, before we get into all that, just know that Twitch is in a very bad position. Recently, the Twitch CEO and one of the biggest
when is this happening?
Subs to all the OnlyFans girls on that
October.
page, Dan Klein.
Dude, that's very soon. That's in like a week and a half.
Nancy has been called to testify in front of a committee in Congress. That is a pretty big deal. He's not required to go, but he has been invited. And given everything going on with the current landscape, he should be there, but will he be there? Apparently this is going to happen on October 8th, so we will wait and see if Dan Clancy has the balls to actually show up. But of course, around that time, we have...
Iron Tiger says, honestly, I miss a day where we can have passionate disagreements and still be friends and all hang out for Halo Night. I agree with you so much on that, Iron Tiger.
TwitchCon, the 10th...
Right, like, not only that, but, like, you disagree with people, but you're still family in the end, right? That's the first thing that went. The first thing that went was, like family. Like, people in the same family can't even agree with each other anymore.
Year of this event.
Sorry, can't disagree with each other anymore without it being like, I can't hang out with you anymore for like Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of those things, right?
Of course, there's a lot going on and a lot of people are expecting some chaos because Dan Clancy and Twitch.
Actually, Shy sent me this video a bit ago, but yeah, why don't we watch this right now? This is actually good. Slight tangent, but I think related.
Mr. Nixon is an effective leader of his party. The question before us is, which point of view and which party do we want to lead the United States?
Our disagreement is not about the goals for America, but only about the means to reach those goals.
Tell us his greatest weakness.
I would rather not critique the two candidates.
I think we ought to attack our country's problems, not attack each other.
I'm not going to talk about a difference of character.
I don't like to get into personal matters. As far as I'm concerned, this is a campaign about issues.
I agree with Senator Kennedy.
I find myself in so much agreement with Mr. Mondale.
I agree with Mr. Bush.
We certainly agree on it.
I'm going to give the president some credit.
First, I want to compliment the governor.
Let me pay a compliment.
Mr. Nixon is an effective leader of his party.
Damn, I know. Good old times. Before the commies got us, right, guys?
Have tolerated a great deal of hostility, especially when your poster boy of your platform is someone who reacts to videos like this. In quotes, somebody needs to do it, end quote. Of course, we know what exactly is being referenced there. And then one of the top comments says, just my mindset alone has become increasingly more violent than normal this year. Yeah, and now we have Hasan Piker, after stoking the flames for years and years, he is now claiming he won't be at TwitchCon because he's the victim and he's concerned about other people's safety.
I miss the social Hasan era. There is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place, and two, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of
That was a perfect time for a fucking montage. But I don't have one prepared.
others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs if some psycho freak decides, like, I'm going to go there. I'm very publicly not going to TwitchCon for that reason. So make with that information, do with that information what you will.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they're putting a montage
is worried
there.
about your safety. The same guy
Nux
who's
has
been
one.
advocating.
Nux has one. Dude. I'm looking at Nux's channel right now. You guys want to know the titles of the videos? Breaking news: Hasan Piker is 470% fucked. Hasan Piker is 365% fucked. Hasan Piker is 110% fucked. Just now, Hasan Piker is 410% fucked. Hasan Piker is 370% fucked. It's like all just like it's like variations of him being fucked. Like 760% done, 420% fucked, 370% fucked, 410% fucked, 110, 365, 470, 500, 650. What it should have been is it should have been in order. It should have been in order. Just like every time he does like a new video, it should just, the percent should go up. Yeah, it should just go up like all the time, right? 380%, 666%. It's not in chronological order because 666% done is like 2 months ago, whereas 380 was 5 months ago. So, but it would have been really funny if it just kept increasing. Like here's a 450, 100%, 100%, 200%, 530%, 400%. 520%, 600%, 640, 440, 275, 120, 360. Dude, this keeps going. 290, 260, 250, 270, 610, 285, 630. That's actually so funny. I love that. That's great.
For political violence, who has been spreading hateful rhetoric for years and years, but now he's concerned about your safety. I think he's more concerned about his own safety. And I have said prayers for Hasan. I really have. I am worried about the guy. I don't like him, but I don't want anything bad to happen to him in real life. That's the difference, I guess, between me and him. I don't want anything bad to happen to this guy. I'm worried about him because he has been upping the ante over and over again. It's never enough. He is, he shares some violent rhetoric and his audience gobbles it up. They love it and they want more. They want him to go further. And that's what he's doing. And he's reaching a very dangerous point. And even Dan Clancy, without directly mentioning the guy, he knows there are safety concerns regarding TwitchCon. Mm-hmm. And he has said there is a zero tolerance policy. And they're taking security extremely seriously. Yeah, okay. As pointed out by people like Tectone, for anyone actually going to TwitchCon this year with the current climate of the world, if Twitch can't even moderate their own website, why do you think they can moderate a real-life event where documented attempts at murder and sexual harassment have happened with no one suffering real consequences? Please proceed with caution, guys. To me and many others, it's really just not worth the risk. And he's entirely correct. And we have this comment
Yeah,
from
that's a good-
Asmongold a
yeah.
few days ago
Makes
saying
sense.
last year NMP, LOL, and Wake were sexually assaulted by a streamer and Twitch didn't press charges or pursue any form of legal action against him. Here's the video. It's pretty disturbing, guys.
Okay. Oh. All right, let's not do any more of that. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, big brother. I think. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Oh.
All right, I ain't gonna eat that.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
That's so weird, man.
Yep. Thank you.
On top.
So yeah, you're telling me
What
people
the fuck?
going to TwitchCon, they should feel safe, male or female. Like, I'll go beyond what Asmongold is saying. If you're not just a female, but if you're male, why would you ever feel safe at this event? And that's
I'm just being real. He should have drop kicked them. I'm just being real. He should have drop kicked them.
that's just the concerns regarding what Asmongold raised. But again, given the current climate, why would anyone with certain beliefs or even empathy for those killed by political violence, like Charlie Kirk, why would you feel safe at this event?
It's definitely odd, but calling it essay, it is essay though. It is. Just because it's a dude doesn't mean that that's not essay. So like here, I can prove it to you that it's essay. So if that was a woman, would that be essay? If there was like if he was a woman and a man walked up and just walked up, shaked hands and like started licking, like moved their head in like forcefully and started licking their tits, like would you say that was essay? He's a dude. It was much easier to punch him back for assaulting you. Well, that doesn't really matter though, because just because he's a dude and just because he has the like more of an ability to apply force doesn't mean that it was wanted. It doesn't change the facts that like it doesn't change the facts of what happened. If you can't do that to the other gender, then it's the same. Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. And then you have Hasan Piker once again.
It's not grape. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because grape. So, SA doesn't only mean grape. So, all grapes are SA, but not all essays are grape. Basically.
Stoking the flames. This was one day before he claims TwitchCon is not going to be safe. This guy opened his Twitch stream with 40.
Your mate, Nate, says, sexual assault is the act of sexual abuse in which one intentionally sexually touches another person without their consent or coerces them, or coerces or physically forces the person to engage in the sexual act against their will. Yeah. And like, obviously, like the like adult sucking of a tit, regardless of who that tit belongs to, is obviously a sexual act, right?
1,000 people watching, and he was singing Bella Ciao. Let's give it a listen.
Why are we trying to split hairs here? Oh, yeah. If it's a female, it's still SA, but the question is, will I complain? So, like, I don't know what you mean. Will you complain about what? So, like, you wouldn't complain? Can you clarify your point? I don't really think something that carries jail time should be normal to smack someone who tries shit like that. Something like carries jail time, it should be normal to smack someone who tries shit like that. No, I definitely think it should be normalized. That if you assault somebody in any way, you should get drop kicked in the face. 100%. I doubled down. I tripled down. I quadruple down. It's self-defense.
Turkey's in a pain to protect the flotilla. Erdogan.
So, for those who don't know, this is a song that Hasan previously said was very popular in Turkey. This was many years ago, but his own viewers said, wait a second, Hasan, this is basically the anthem of Antifa. It's a quote-unquote anti-fascist theme song for them. And Hasan has continued to play this and even hum it to himself like he did at the start of his recent stream, where people have been murdering and assassinating people, committing acts of political violence in the name of Antifa.
Yeah, you remember how I said I needed a montage? Well, I mean, I guess he just did it again.
And he opened his stream by humming their theme song. Do you think that's a coincidence? Because personally, I don't think so. And in case you're not aware, Antifa, very recently, on the 22nd of this month, was designated as a domestic terrorist organization. And this is someone who Hasan has spoke volumes about, even calling them extremely good just years ago. It's gross, man. It's really gross. And then we have this guy, Cenk, from the Young Turks, a political pundit, who happens to be the uncle of Hasan Piker, who's been going after Ethan Klein for his views of Israel and Palestine without understanding a single thing that Ethan Klein has ever said. And he's saying, let's turn down the temperature, but what about your nephew, dude?
I don't know anything about Ethan. All I know is he was for the two-state solution. That was a perfectly reasonable thing to be in favor of. And now apparently he's become a zealot who's founding anti-Semitism everywhere. Is anti-Semitism in the room with us, Ethan? Okay, yeah, I know. Everybody's against you, everybody. No, the fact that Israel is now murdering tens of thousands of children is not the problem. No. It's that people are irrationally hating Jewish people. Nobody said Jewish people. We said it.
I need to look this up because I hear this all the time, that Israel's going in there and killing a bunch of kids. So like, is that real? Like I need to do some research into it because I hear it all the time. When you guys say yes, like what do you mean by yes? Like does it mean that they're going in there and just shooting at like kids? Or is it that there were kids in a building and then they had the terrorists underneath the building and then the bomb hit the building? Nux has videos explaining it. Okay, I might go watch those. I think I trust what Nux has to say on the issue. The whole argument is whether it's intentional or collateral damage. Hamas puts bases in hospitals and schools intentionally. Yeah, I know, we know that. So is that what they're talking about? Do you guys ever watch Overlord? You guys ever watch the Overlord movie? You guys see the scene where the enemy makes like armor out of kids? Yeah, so there's a scene in Overlord where the enemy basically builds armor out of kids. And then Ainzul Gon is like, I cast Fireball. And they're like, yo, but he's got armor he's got kids. He's got kid armor. And he's like, I didn't ask about that. I said Fireball. And he casts Fireball again. And then later on, they're like, why did you do that? Like, you just killed those kids. And he said, if I don't kill those kids, then it incentivizes them to kidnap more and make more child armor. He's like, there's nothing I can do to save them. There's nothing I can do to save them. And if I incentivize it, then it'll happen more. Basically. Yeah.
Israel. You guys are the idiots saying, no, this genocidal maniacs in Israel represent all Jews. No, they don't. Stop saying.
And then what happened was, this was the deep part. The dad of one of the kids goes up to Ainzul Gon and says, why did you do that? Why did you fucking do that to my kid? And you know what Ainzul Gon tells the dad? Why were you weak enough to let your kid get captured? Why are you here talking to me right now? Explain yourself why you're talking to me right now. Why are you here and not rescuing? Why are you here and why weren't you rescuing your kid? Why are you so weak that you let your kid get captured like that? Yeah, he said, why are you still alive? That was literally like his quote, is why are you still alive? It was fucking so... Yeah, if you tried to rescue your kid, why are you still alive? Yeah, exactly.
That you're doing great damage, okay? So anyways, Israel, you are not the boss of us. I know you are currently.
So I guess in this scenario, it's like Uncle.
And that's kind of like what I mean is like, is this a situation of like, are they going up and just shooting random kids? Because when I hear like it's a genocide, right, that's what it means to me. Like, are they shooting random kids? Because I don't really think that counts as them intentionally killing kids if like people are using the kids as shields. It becomes like kind of an unfortunate result. But I think that the blood of those kids is not in the hands of the people that are attacking terrorists. I think it's in the hands of the terrorists who are using the kids as armor. That's my point. Like, I hear it all the time. Like, oh, like they're genociding a bunch of children. Are they though? You know, and the thing is like, guys, I'm not even an Israel shill. You guys know this, right? But like, I don't know if that's the truth, because if people are counting that, if people are counting that scenario as killing a bunch of kids, I don't count that as that personally. Like
nephew.
We have something similar in the U.S. where we used to give pilots instructions to always obey the hijackers' instructions, and then on a very specific day, never again. The pilot will never surrender the cockpit. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have the same habit of perpetually lying about their enemies. The people have different opinions than them, but that's not really surprising. But entering the fray is Idubbbz, because of course, what else does Idubbbz have to do at this point other than try to ride on the coattails of Hasan? And recently his wife Anissa dropped this comment on Twitch saying, "It's kind of insane how many Hasan heads must be here. It makes me realize how much overlap there must be, but I worry it'll make things hard for growth at Idubbbz." Yeah, I think he's doing enough of his own job, making it hard for himself. Just look at his YouTube channel. Minus 20,000 subscribers in the last 30 days.
Look, I don't know what it is, but I feel like empathy. I don't think that it's weird. Like, I feel like empathy and logic shouldn't be like. Empathy and logic shouldn't be mutually exclusive, but it almost feels like there's a huge correlation with the higher amount of empathy, the less like it just, people that have really high empathy just go full retard. Like they have like, they lose any sort of like grip on reality.
Days. Ouch. And only 900k views in the last 30 days. This guy has 7 million subscribers, and this.
They don't have empathy. They just say something weaponized it. Come on, everyone, just watch any Star Trek with Spock in it. The point is that the emotion and logic must be held in balance. Yes, that's what I think. I don't think empathy. I've said this before. I don't think that sympathy and empathy are necessarily bad things. I just think that they're bad when they're not held in balance. Which is why, you know, again, going to my argument of why, like, typically men and women need each other because of that balance. Because women tend to have more empathy / sympathy, more emotion, and men tend to trend towards logic. So having like the both together is really good, I think.
This is a good opportunity to say, hey, if you like this video, please like, comment, and /or subscribe. It'll help me out greatly, and we can do bigger numbers than Idubbbz. Isn't that great? But anyways, yeah, bad situation for everyone involved, whether it's Hasan, Anissa, or Idubbbz. TwitchCon is going to be interesting. I would not.
Panthers M says if Israel really wanted to commit legitimate genocide, they would have carpet bombed. Yeah, they could glass the place. Like, honestly, they could totally glass the place. But like, I guess like the question, I guess the counter argument to that, right? I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here. The counter argument to that would be that, well, the international community would not be good with that. I don't know.
Recommend anyone going to TwitchCon. I'm being honest. I do not recommend it. I do not think it is a safe environment. They can't moderate their own chats. How will they moderate their own security? That's really it. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
The same international community hates them already. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is this you guys? Is this you guys, chat? Is this you, chat? Is this why there's so many girls in Moran? Is this why? I wonder what the male to female ratio is for characters in Moran. Liquid Robo says, all I'm saying is when I play as a woman, people give me free shit. Oh, that's kind of true.